show as well.
Yeah.
Get a grip.
Great to see you.
I'm so excited to be here.
And congratulations, because
lovely.
we've been reading in the paper that despite being runner-up in X Factor, Simon Cowell has signed you.
Yes.
And are you still kind of pinching yourself? Has it sunk in yet? Has life settled down? Or?
No, it hasn't sunk in. I think the whole time I was on the show, nothing sunk in. And my family was sort of saying, you need to realise that you're actually on the X Factor. Like, you need to realise that millions of people are watching you. And I was saying, I kind of don't want it to sink in because then I think it could get to my head. So I just try to enjoy the experience.
But also, it's not very long ago, I was reading about you saying you nearly gave up. You actually said you were severely depressed.
It was my lowest point. In fact, this time last year, I was sitting in my dressing gown and just watching like reruns of programmes and just thinking, what am I going to do? Because
were you watching us?
Yeah. I actually was.
With a crisp sandwich.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And just thinking, it was scary to think, if I go and do something else that I'm not passionate about, I mean, I could have very easily just gone and got a job or something like that, but then I thought, that thought just scared me because I thought singing is all I know and music is all I've ever been passionate about, and I just thought I can't do it.
How do you psych yourself up to go back on it after what happened before? I mean, are you not frightened of being disappointed again?
Yes, I was terrified. I mean, watching that room audition and seeing my face, it's almost like a different person. It's like I'm just so nervous standing there thinking, this is literally my last shot. I know people always say that it's the cliche, but I just knew in myself that if it didn't work this time, I didn't know what else I was going to do.
And Simon said it was only at the house, when you went to his house, where he thought, wow, she is different. Because up till that point, he didn't. So you could have at any point, he might not have picked you.
No.
What would you have, having been depressed and almost given up, if you'd have lost out this time? What would you have gone back and just got a proper job, as we like to call them?
Yeah, most probably. Yeah, I probably would have. And that was the thought that scared me so much that I think it pushed me, that extra bit and just made me just pull it out the bag.
And it was amazing, actually, that the Overs, I mean, the two of you from the Overs category in the final.
Yes.
Simon was obviously like a Cheshire cat, wasn't he? And you and Ben seemed to become quite good friends, so although you were up against each other, obviously, all the
I'd
time.
like to become good friends with Ben.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of ladies in the room would like to be. It's quite funny because we got so close, obviously, through the whole process, and we used to stand behind the doors on a Sunday night, the results show, and as part of the Overs, and we used to say, Overs don't go home on a Sunday, Overs don't go home. And then James left, and then Stevie Ritchie left, and it was us two, and we always said, wouldn't it be amazing if it's us two at the final? And then it was. So at that point, we were just standing there, and we were genuinely just happy either way.
So, how have things changed? What things have you had to adjust to? Because the thing is that I always find with X Factor, it's like a crash course in becoming famous.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How have you dealt with that?
I mean, there was a lot of pressure, but for me, it's almost like I just put something on autopilot in my mind, and I was a machine. And through the show, I was just going through every week by week. And like I said, it just never sunk in. But things that I've had to adjust to is things like walking down the street. And, there was a girl, I was on Oxford Street the other day, and she just looked in my face and went, Fleur! And I was like, hi! I didn't really know how to react because it's like, you're obviously shocked that you're recognising me, but I'm shocked that you know who I am.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm still adjusting at the same time.
And that is going to get bigger. And because the X Factor Arena tour starts next month in Belfast. So how long are you all touring for?
It's like around 25 dates, and then we finish, I think, on the 21st of March.
There's the gang.
Yeah. Oh, it starts in Belfast. You can go to the crisp sandwich shop.
Yes, this is what I need to do. I was discussing this, and I actually got really passionate about it because I was like, this is great. Like, everyone eats crisp sandwiches. This should have happened like a long time ago.
I didn't eat
but you like it on what you're like me. It's got to be white bread and proper crisp sandwich, not
crush
crush
it down.
Yes.
So if you get to Belfast, you go to the crisp sandwich shop, and you have 35 flavours to choose from to build your sandwich. Where would you go with that one?
Do you know what? It just has to be quite simple for me. It needs to be ready salted at all times. I think anything else would taste a bit weird for me.
Okay.
It has to be white bread, and it has to have margarine.
Oh, I'm going to take you out to dinner.
She's so rock and roll.
Might be throwing a cup of tea.
The diet coma. God, she knows how to live, this girl. Listen, it is so lovely to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Runner-up, being signed to Simon's record label. I know you're going to be working on an album when you come off the tour.
Yes.
So we look forward to seeing that out. And make sure you wave to us in Oxford Street when we see you. Yeah. Okay, Fleur East, everybody.